Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulihil ameen. Wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajma'een. Wa man tabi'ahum bi ihsanin ila yawmiddin. Amma ba'd. قال الله عز وجل إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان. Dear brothers and sisters, we welcome you once again to this series called The Social Evils and Their Redressal. Today, inshallah ta'ala, we are going to talk about sense of responsibility. You know, a lot of us, unfortunately, are not responsible enough towards whatever job we are assigned or whatever task we've taken up, and we tend to somehow, cheat the employer or the one that has given this task to us, and we, somehow try to get away without being caught by him. And whereas he's giving you the amount that you have bargained, with him. And at the end of the day, while he gives you the total amount, and mind you, he doesn't give you duplicate notes. He gives you, the notes that are absolutely, functional. And we hand him the document, or we hand him the completed project, the finished task. And in this task, we have no idea how much, we have played around, and how much we have tried to steal and cheat him. Let me talk to you about an incident of Umar radiallahu ta'ala anhu during his reign. On one occasion, he happened to, he usually does this. He was someone who would go and do the trips of the entire, kingdom that he was the governor of, or that he was the ruler of. And one such evening, when he happened to go and, see that while he was passing by, he saw that there was one young boy, or there were some boys, if not one. I'm not very certain about whether it was one. I think it is more than one, because the word that you see in that is called as-subyan. So, they were young, toddlers, and they were crying. And he knocks on the door, gets in, and asks the lady why they are crying. She says, these young boys are hungry. And he says, what's that on the stove? She says, I have actually put a little bit of water in that container, and I'm trying to boil it so the children get to understand that I am cooking, food for them, and I might be giving them food sometime later, and in the process they fall asleep. Umar radiallahu ta'ala anhu starts to cry. What's happening in my, in the area that I'm ruling? What's happening here? So he then straight away goes back, and he picks up a lot of stuff, including, oil, dates, and pulses, grains, and, staples. He puts them all up in a bag, and then he tells his servant, I think his name was Aslam, he tells him to help him, carry it on his back. Aslam says, let me carry it. I can do it for you, and by the way, I'm your servant. I'm here to do this. Even before I, move further and talk about what happens further, let's hold on. What would you and I do if you and I were in a situation like this, when you have your own, a servant who is employed by you and who depends on your, wages? Would we not give him, or would we not get him to carry that big gunny bag? Yeah. On the contrary, here the companion of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Umar radiallahu ta'ala anhu, said, "Are you going to carry this? When you are going to say that you're going to carry this, are you going to carry my wizr, my deeds on the day of judgment, and then whatever that I got to carry? Are you going to carry that on the day of judgment? No, you're not. أنت تحمل وزري يوم القيامة." So then he carried all of that stuff on his own back. He delivered it. And according to certain other narrations, not only did he deliver that bag to that lady, he sat down right there. He doughed the dough, and he made rotis al-khubz, and he got those boys to eat. That's when he was, happy, and that's when he started to smile. And look at what we do. Every time our boss, manager is not around, we sneak out. And if we know that our boss, our manager is not in town, we don't even mind going late to the office, or for that matter, we don't even mind skipping the office that particular day. And if the boss calls you, oh yeah, I'm coming to the office, I'm right here in the office, I've just stepped out for a cup of coffee. We've got to worry about this. This responsibility is a big thing. And if we don't become responsible enough, then we might have to answer a lot of questions before Allah Azza wa Jal on the Day of Judgment. May Allah Azza wa Jal make it easy for us to become responsible, and make it easy for us to carry out our responsibilities. Ameen ya Rabbal Alameen. Wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.